Hi guys, Roxanne here from Tiny Home Living. I'm just going to continue on with the footage of the framing of the floor, the top and bottom plates, and the studs. But I just wanted to ask you again if you could like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this video with your family and friends. It'll help us build the channel and we really appreciate the support. I'm going to continue on. I didn't realize how much footage I had of this framing process, and it seems long and tedious, but I am trying to put notes. We don't have the little mics on our coats or hats or whatever like a lot of people have. So I'm trying to, put little notes in the video to explain what we're doing and what it is that Chris is saying, because the sound isn't that good. So I might split it up and label the videos A, B, and C, like the first one, and then maybe today's I'll make a really long video and just have like A and B, or maybe split today's or the rest of the footage into 2 more days as well, so there's 3. That way if somebody's looking for a particular thing, they don't have to go through so much footage looking for it, because I'm hoping that, for somebody who's new at this, it might be of help to them. But anyway, so I might end up putting it all in one long video today, and I might break it up. I'll just see how much footage there is, and hopefully it'll be of help to people that also want to do this. So anyway, let's get to work and I'll show you what we continued on with. So that's most of our top and bottom plates done. So we can start ripping the 2x6 8s for studs. I don't know if we're going to do that today, but he's gone to check on his chickens again. We let them out to roam around, and some of them are and some of them aren't, so we're going to see how that goes. So some of the girls are coming outside to explore. They were up here on the front, where Chris is where all the clover is, so you can see, I got the camera up here. You can see how big the tomato or the potato plants have gotten just in the last couple of days. Just huge difference. So pretty pleased with this. Like I say, there's some way down at the end there, very end. And new ones here. Oh, I got a mouthful of sawdust too. Chris is laughing at me because I'm spitting out sawdust. And then, like I said a couple nights ago, I trimmed these tomatoes again. And you can see already where some can be trimmed off again. Crazy. And the beans, gonna have to do some more nagging about getting trellises up. Like this in the last day or so, we could literally make salad now. And these, I think, have grown a foot in the last 2 days. Just can't believe it. So you can see some of the chickens are out now. We took this electric fence away and the barricades, and they're just kind of coming and going. So they were even going underneath the sea can, which is good because then they'll know they can escape under there for protection. This bean row is going crazy too, the onion row. Those, I can't believe it. And they're also, like I said, using this a lot for shelter. And so we're going to put a couple more of those in the woods here so that they always have some place. Chris built this actually in case we get a broody hen. And then they can sort of be put in there to lay on their eggs by themselves. So some of them are going down into the woods down there. These guys are trying to figure out how to get back in on the other side of the fence. Dude. And no chickens across the road yet. Back to ripping lumber and filling my eyeballs full of nasty sawdust. Jeez. Did I mention I'm too old for this crap?
Carry them in pairs. Carry them in pairs.
Okay.
Those two bottom.
Okay. So we need one more length for this side?
Yeah. And then 3 on the other side.
Okay. Are they pairs top and bottom? Or side by side?
Those two at the bottom.
Well, I put it on the bottom. It was up here.
Oh, the pairs are beside each other.
Oh, okay.
Up to there.
Okay.
And the same on this side. Once you get them, they'll fall off. When you get them up frame of the lane, same on this end. We have this flat up, right?
Pretty straight. Pretty straight.
What do you got going?
Isn't that awful? These two last gray ones you're gonna cut for the 3-footers or whatever? Or are they for the end walls?
Oh, this was the goofy one here.
Alright.
This was the goofy one.
So you don't want that in
No,
there?
I'll bring it. You bring me those two in. This is for the others. That's the line.
So these ones here, the goofy ones, you're gonna do the last little pieces? Chris was just saying when we were inside that he screwed his walls, which is a better way of doing anything, like a deck or anything. He ended up with less squeaks, but because this isn't like a typical floor, a wooden floor, and you don't have to worry so much about squeaks, he's already got spikers for the pneumatic framing spiker, so I think I'm just going to use the spiker, the framing spiker, to put these walls together rather than have to buy screws. It'll save a lot of money, especially since we already have the spiker and the spikes. So it'll be quicker and easier. You can see this, how fine that is, and that's what I get my eyeballs full of. But you know, even wearing safety glasses wouldn't make that much difference because it just floats and it's so fine. I just washed my eyes out really good, and you get more of it when you're in the shower, but it just gets everywhere. Chris has got the big compressor in his old storage sea can here, so we're just running the compressor hose to the end of it, like I say, so we can use that spiker. Oh yeah, I put those skids there now, it's hard to get the door open. Oh well. We'll just move all the sea cans so that they're a little further apart. Arr, arr.
You're Snoopy like the chickens.
Inquiring minds want to know. So, like I said, brand new box of spikes. Look at that, lots of firewood for the tiny wood stove. Got the good old pass load out. Oh my goodness, it's actually getting harder to lift my leg over top of those. My knees are hurting from coming in and out here all the time. This is the spiker I shot myself in the finger with a few years back. Dummy. Hurt my pride more than my finger. Actually, it hurt my finger really bad. Are you gonna need me to hold these, or you okay? Because I'll need my gloves if I do. This wood's so slivery. Oh. This is what's hurting my knees, including and the stairs. Stepping over this.
There we go. Must be dry.
I'll turn this off before you start nailing, because I think that'll be brutal on the sound.
Yeah, it's gonna be loud.
So before Chris starts nailing, basically the objective right now is to get one of these four trusses lined up with those lines. So again, this one need to come back to line up with that. Line up with that.
This end was tight. It's supposed to be about a quarter inch away from here. This one's going to be a little less because it's... Put my finger in there to feel it.
This is basically the bottom plate for the framed wall that we're getting set up here. That's why Chris marked all the lines and the X's. Tells you which side.
Here. But it's only an 8.
Oh, I see.
Bad here, it's like a quarter.
Yeah, it's
Maybe I'll just go and do the one side and then maybe I have to push this whole thing over. Crowbar or something.
I might have to edit the sound out because this is really brutal. You can see how this is going to be so much faster and easier. You just basically tap the 2x6 into place and bang a couple of nails into it, so it's quick and easy rather than screwing. I guess I had them a little too far apart. I thought I was maybe going too close together. But anyway, might need a couple more here. Yeah, I didn't do a good job estimating. Too far apart. Maybe they get closer to, oh, there's some that are too close together though. Chris is trying to make sure that the 2x6 is away from the wall there, the rib. Can't get good help these days. Oh my goodness. From this angle, it looks like you're on the wrong side of the line just because of the thickness of the wood.
Over here.
Yeah. Maybe I should have used a tape measure, eh? Or a stick. A 16-inch stick. Now make sure you hit that skinny part.
Might be easier to just bring a little more in.
Yeah, maybe, eh? Okay. Cut another one.
Get this in one here, let's see.
Oh, yeah. Doing the duck walk through these things is gonna hurt later. Some dummy put them too far apart, so we need an extra one in here rather than just keep moving them. But you can see now, this is like our 16-inch on center. We got these top plates, or bottom plates, and then the second one here is the top plate.
Get in there first.
put this down for a bit and help him lay out the rest of these. Another good reason to wear steel toes, because it's easy to go along and just bang these into place. You can see how I said the joints have to land on one of the floor trusses. So I'm just going to, of course, it's just taking a break for a second. I'm just going to get these banged into place basically like fairly accurately. So they're on the right side of that. Right side of the X. That's fairly close anyway. Okay, so then we might not need any more. Just need the two little pieces of the plates cut out of those out there. And should be able to get these bottom plates all nailed in, and I think I'm going to call in the morning to see about getting my 5/8 plywood. Hopefully it's gone down in price. See if I can get that tomorrow, because then basically we can put the plywood down the center, not permanent, and that way we can walk around to frame the walls and the end walls. We need the plywood for the end walls too. I was just thinking, while I had the camera turned off, there was a little bit of a glitch with something to do with the length Chris cut the studs in the first tiny house. It was really tight to get my 40-inch uppers in the kitchen, and if I hadn't been able to get those in, it would have been fisticuffs. But anyway, so I was just thinking in my head, because these 2x6s are actually 6 inches, we're getting a ½ inch height in the floor, and then you can see the plates, the top and bottom plates are 2 inches, not 1.5 or 1 3/4, so you're up another inch there. So we're going to have to calculate really carefully how long to cut the wall studs. They won't be your typical length. And then the floor or the ceiling will sit on top of the top plate. But we have to calculate that really carefully, because I got to make sure my ceiling is exactly the right height to be able to, once the tongue and groove is on, to get those 40-inch upper cabinets in. And still have your 18 inches from the bottom of the upper cabinet to the countertop. And of course, sometimes your countertops are different thicknesses, depending on whether you use pre-cut, pre-finished bamboo, laminate, whatever. So you really have to calculate those measurements before you get to that stage. And this is the time to do it, not after the ceiling's in, wiring and everything else. The other thing we were just discussing is, like, Chris had marked this. He kept the wall of the framing out here, You can't tell from the camera, but this steel is actually sloped a bit here. So just to be on the safe side, we're gonna keep the framed wall in here rather than come out a bit to try and gain a couple of inches. Because if the framed wall is there, then you have the sheeting on and then the tongue and groove. So this sticks inside. You can see where the rubber is, and then the steel goes inside of it. So we're just gonna err on the side of caution and keep the framed wall inside here. And then the only thing, because that could mean like, you know, difference of an inch or two here, we will have to be really careful laying out the walls again, because it was really, really close to where the kitchen ends, and the entry goes from this C-can into the other one. So if I have to steal any space, the space is going to have to be stolen from the utility room at that end. Because with things like, you know, the tub is a 66-inch tub instead of a 60, and code requires 30 inches in your toilet alcove, so those are numbers you can't play with. So if I have to steal an inch or two, it's going to have to be from the utility room. And the other thing I wanted to mention too, the way I laid this tiny house out using the 2 C-cans, all of the plumbing, all the plumbing is in this C-can. So we don't have, you know, a bathroom in the other one running over to the kitchen on this side or a bathroom on this side. So all the wet stuff is in this 40-footer that we're doing now, the kitchen and the bathroom, whereas the other side, the other 40-footer, will have my bedroom and the living room, like a little bit of a dining space, but basically no plumbing in the other 40-footer, which is going to make that one a lot quicker to finish. So hopefully. That's okay. I want my bathroom and my kitchen first anyway. So just wanted to mention that again. You know, they say measure twice, cut once. Yeah, measure. When it comes to tiny houses and tiny spaces, and it matters so much, measure, 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 and measure again, and maybe measure again, just to be on the safe side. Just gotta cut these 2 little pieces.
Yeah, I have to make sure it's set lengthwise.
Okay. Yeah, maybe, eh? Hoping for more rain. Just gotta see if we're set right at the other end. Might need the sledgehammer too, because now this is all fixed right from this end down to the other end. So might need the persuader. Is it out?
No, it's pretty good. I'm just going by that little rib on the
Yeah.
side. Rib. This is good. Good there.
Yeah.
Let's go check.
Oh, I don't even want to go all that way now. Yeah, well now that we've got these, now that we've got the plates nailed to the floor pieces, we can walk on these rather than have to turn.
A little bit more on these.
You want me to whack it
Yeah.
on that side? Okay.
Just on the top for the plate.
It's just a little harder walking on them. Yeah. We're just trying to line it up by where the plates end on these ribs. You can see where that one ends. The top plate ends right where the rib is. And that's pretty darn close too. So, rather than bang it from this end, we're just going to try it on that end.
That's pretty close there.
I think it's too far on this side now. This one's right at the edge of the rib. It's not.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, 38.
Okay.
So 4 at 38.
Just gotta cut these top and bottom plates for this little part at the end. And we're gonna use these two pieces for that. We're gonna use what we call a hockey stick. You can see the curve on this thing. Not much good for framing, but we need some short pieces in the floor here at the end space. So we're going to cut it out of this one because the curve doesn't affect it as much when you're just using short pieces out of there. If we tried to use this for the floor, you can see what a bow it's got in it and a twist, so it wouldn't be much good. You'd end up with a hump in your floor. Two more? Two more?
Okay, good. Well, this is bowed up. So
Oh, right. Chris is stealing lumber. That's what we call slivers.
okay. You don't want to stand right in line of fire?
Probably not the smartest move.
Yeah, I might need screws on these ones.
Okay.
see. Draw this one.
You need me to try that, or are you okay? I've been replaced by a blue bar. It's really crooked there.
Yeah, this one's cupped out, you can see here. And that one's cupped the other way. I almost pull it.
That's why he's using the screws on that end part, because those last two floor trusses were so twisted and bent. So it's easier to suck it in with the screws than it is with the nails. So. Oh, right.
So if we build the wall, it's going to come to here.
Yeah.
And we need a support for the plywood, right?
Right.
So we rip the plywood just a little bit wider than the wall, say 8 inches. Put it on, then build the wall on top of it.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
they can spray in there.
Okay.
If we put another board here where it's marked,
Right.
it's hollow in there.
So yeah, if we kept going and put another floor truss here, and then the wall is on top of here, the end wall, you wouldn't be able to insulate underneath that floor, the floor of the wall that's going here. So that's why the ends have to be done a little bit differently. So we've got to put these short pieces in the other end as well, because there will be a 2x6 framed wall at that end as well. Or I think we're doing 2x4 at that end, aren't we? 2x6 at this end. But either way, once the wall is on here, sitting on here, you have to be able to get insulation underneath that wall so that the insulation is right up against this plate. So that's why they're a little bit monkeying around here. So Chris has got those small pieces in at the other end. We're just going to calculate the height that we need to do for the wall studs tomorrow. And I think that's it for today. Tomorrow we'll rip 2x6s for studs and get those cut to length, and maybe get the studs and the top plates in tomorrow. So that's it for today. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell and share this video with your family and friends. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.